All right, so this is me documenting my growth of my business. So basically, all I do is sit down and make a list of what I need to do. I prioritize my list. I look at my time blocks to see where those things can fit into that list. Right now, we are really just focusing on fencing installation. So, everybody needs a fence most times, for privacy, for security, keeping things out, keeping people in. If you have kids, if you have dogs, you want to make sure they're secure on the property. And so that's really what we've been doing. We do all kinds of fences: vinyl fences, aluminum fences, chain link fences, wood fences. And we had 2 months back to back, May and June, where we did 6 figures in sales. I'm working on tweaking some of the other things to make sure that we're extracting as much profit as we can. Even though we did 6 figures in sales, it sounds good. However, the bottom line wasn't what I expected it to be. I'm looking for at least 20% profit after everybody's paid. And then all my overhead expenses can come out of that 20%, like insurance and other business expenses. But I would like to see 20% consistently across the board to, enjoy the fruits of the labor, taking on a lot of risk, a lot of responsibility, a lot of liability. It needs to be worth it, all right? So right now, I'm just really figuring out what I need to do that. So one, I need to create some, it's a little bit embarrassing, but I really don't even have a good scope of the finances of the business right now. I do use different softwares to help me keep track of jobs and leads and send out estimates and collect payments and things like that. As far as like having like a spreadsheet where everything is broken down, that's something I'm lacking. But I want to make it a priority so that way I'm not waiting at the end of the month to see what the business did, right? I look at the bank statement and I look at, the cash flow and what was spent, what was received. It's not very detailed, but a lot of it, majority of it is all business expenses. All the income comes from deposits and checks and credit card payments and things like that from customers. And so it's all the main transactions do happen in the business account, so I can at least see what's going on. But as far as like having like a cash flow P&L statement, like an actual accountant structured financial forecast, that's something I really do need to set up. And also having standard operating procedures for everything that we do. So one of the things is standard operating procedure for all the different kind of fences that we install, the process for picking up materials, the process for staging the job site, the process for the installation, the process for punching it out, the process for closing it out. All that needs to be documented, trained, and coached to supervisors, lead techs, helpers, laborers, so that everybody's on the same page and so that we can guarantee a consistent delivery of a excellent product and service. So that's really like my top 2 priorities right now is standing operating procedures, training everybody on that, and getting my finances in order. So I don't know. Is there a way to, I guess, document this and make it at least interesting? So right now, this is old school shit, but I got my list, what I need done, lists on top of lists. All right, but I know there's probably a better way to do it. But I just like writing my to-dos down and crossing them out, prioritizing them, and knocking them out. I gotta send out some estimates. I need to follow up with leads, book appointments, and I'm about to go pull up on the job site. It's a new job, and walk the guys through what needs to be done, set the expectations, let them know that, you know, we need to be done with this by tomorrow, pretty much. I got opportunities to follow up with. There's several jobs that are worth, you know, 20, 30,000 total in revenue, with 2 to 3 jobs. Well, there's a 10K vinyl job in Rock Hill that I need to collect a deposit on. I've been negotiating back and forth with this guy named Dale. It's about a $27,000 job. And there's another job, wood fence job. It's worth about 11 to 12. So it's almost like $46,000, $50,000 worth of work that I need to follow up on and close. Yeah, I mean, I'm also going to focus on sobriety. I'm a little worried about myself. I like to drink a lot, or I like to drink regularly, and sometimes I drink a lot. Like this past weekend, I like to smoke weed too. Not really anymore though, because the being high, it just slows me down too much. It makes me lazy. I'm with the goals that I have and the responsibilities that I have, having really no time for laziness. But with that 50K worth of revenue, 20% of that is 10K. We can execute that in a month. It's time frame, maybe less. You know, that's $10,000 extra dollars, which is nice. So yeah, what I'm gonna start working on right now is just continue organizing my schedule, and also follow up on some leads to put on the schedule appointments, and also do some estimates as well.